No, it's recording.
Welcome back. We have a special guest today. Caroline. How do you say your last name? Kawada? Kawada.
Oh,
Yeah.
like koala.
Yeah. No. Oh my
Aw,
God. Funny. That
that's
used to
cute.
be like my Instagram username when I was in like
Koala?
middle school.
Like, what was it?
Like Caroline Koala.
Ooh.
That's cute.
It's a unique. Like your name's very unique.
Oh,
and
thanks. It's Japanese.
Like mine is three
Paul
first
Allen.
names.
Paul Allen.
Like
yeah.
White.
What's your middle name?
Kenneth.
It's unfortunate.
It's like,
His parents were really
yeah.
creative with that one.
They said white male.
They
Copy
said,
paste.
open the Bible up and just.
They put their finger
went-
down.
Yeah.
They're like, Book of Paul. And
Well,
he turned out to be really religious.
Yeah. No, I didn't know.
I know, I was being sarcastic. Paul.
No. Mm-mm.
Anyway, Caro is a newly single 20-something-year-old living in Grand Rapids who
Indeed.
enjoys running, cycling, does not enjoy small talk,
Oh,
No.
and
thank
likes
God.
matcha tea, which
Yeah.
is
Do
controversial.
you really?
I do. I love matcha.
Actually
okay.
likes it.
I'm a huge. I'm Japanese. I love
Oh,
green
that makes
tea.
sense.
Been
Is
drinking that since I
boba tea
was-
Japanese or is that Korean?
I think that's Chinese.
Oh, is it?
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't
Boba
know.
tea?
Boba is like an interesting thing for me.
I think it's
The
Korean.
texture
It's
is weird.
Korean
Yeah, maybe.
I've never had it.
because it's sold at the Caffeine, which is a Korean coffee shop.
Mm.
Okay, that's
Or Thai,
valid.
maybe.
No.
Now you're just,
No,
you're
okay.
making things up now.
I was going to tell you a story because I was going to wait.
Oh yeah, Paul
I
was like,
thought it
I
was
have a
funny.
great story.
Well, I just thought it was funny that happened
Whoa,
today.
He's yelling.
at
He's
work.
yelling at everybody. He thinks he's so funny. He's yelling. It's okay, Paul. We'll listen to you.
So
you don't need to beg for
work sent me
attention.
to a Walmart today to like check inventory and like do orders if I needed to.
Okay.
And I get there and I can just smell like it smells like feces.
Ew.
And yeah. Straight up feces. It's a Walmart. It's gonna smell like that a little bit anyway.
Is it?
Maybe like urine, but feces.
No, like human feces. And I see it. It's like fresh. Like somebody just did it 10 seconds ago.
Remind me to never go back to another Walmart.
And I see it and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go around it. And it's not baby poop. It's like adult, probably.
Wait. You need to clarify. Is this like on the floor of the
It's
store?
on the floor in the aisle, in the main aisle.
What
like
aisle
before
is
you
it?
go down to like one of the little aisles. Like, you know, you go down cereal, it was in the one before it, like the main one that connects it. Something happened to my sound.
There we
I'll
go.
just
You're
edit that.
back. No, you're back.
And
Mommy.
nobody, like the workers don't
Sounds
see
like
it, the
you-
workers that work there.
Mm-hmm.
And carts start going through it. Like
Ew.
the shopping carts.
No,
I
that's
actually
bad.
think
That's
this
bad.
is like the intro to my worst nightmare.
So they're just dragging the feces like all throughout the store. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to work and people's shopping cart and their feet and no workers, they don't give a fuck. Like they don't want to clean. Who wants to clean that up? It's adult poop.
What aisle
I'm
did
sorry.
it start
Did
in?
you say something?
No.
Like, hey, by the way.
Yeah, why
like,
would you not say something?
I
See
don't
something,
know.
say
I
something.
wasn't gonna go. I honestly see something, say something.
That's like an
It's not
important
Bob.
life life
I'm just
guideline.
thinking like all the carts that have poop on the wheels and like
Ew. They'd have to
how
get
they're gonna
disinfect-
clean that.
If I was
Wait,
a
which
customer
Alpine?
and I was like, oh, let me just get my grocery shopping done on a cute little Wednesday, and I roll my
Cute
cart
little
through
Wednesday.
shit, like I am abandoning the cart. I am running home.
But
We should
No
here's the
words.
thing: you still haven't like told us what aisle did it start in? Because
like the main
yeah.
one. Like you walk in and it's the big one. And
so
then
someone just shit in the middle
someone-
and no one saw.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't- I could've been a
Clarification.
woman
so,
in
like,
a
the
dress.
walkway.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Could have been a woman in a dress and she just like
What moved her underwear to
Like
the
a
side?
horse.
Liter- I mean,
She's just like
Yeah,
walking.
it was
not really
and
that
it was
big.
pooping.
wet. It was all over the floor. You could smell it from 30 feet. Anyway,
That's really
grocery
traumatizing. I
stores.
don't think I'm ever gonna go back to Walmart ever again.
They're not fun.
Boycott Walmart 2024.
Boycott Walmart.
Carol, when you go to grocery stores, do you ever steal?
No.
Why are you bringing this up?
Okay, so funny enough, I have a friend who's a police officer, and the like core group of kleptomaniacs is like 15 to 25-year-old white teenage women. Like
White
they're
teenage
like
women.
the profile for people who steal the
you
most.
said 20 to 25?
15 to
15.
25.
15 to 25?
Yeah, like young
That makes sense.
women are
Mhm.
like the middle class.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
like the
Like they're not even
Target-
that poor. Like they have
no,
some. They definitely have money.
steal for like the thrill of it, or like because they can.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing to me?
So Mac does that.
That's not true. I don't do that.
Well, petty theft is not punishable by like jail time. It's usually
Yeah.
just like a fine.
It's not.
It's usually like okay, so the way that it works is they won't pursue like legal action against you until you hit like a certain
That's what I
quantifiable
told Mac.
amount.
That's what I told Mac.
And then once
So
you
do they
hit
build
that
a profile?
amount, they do. Yeah.
They have you in the system.
They do. Because so it's like anything under like $500 is like punishable by like a $50 fine by the state.
Okay.
But if they like actually want to pursue like a lawsuit
Like a
against you,
felony.
yeah, they need like a justifiable amount.
Okay,
of
I haven't gotten up to
product.
$500. I stole a pillow.
How much was that pillow? She walked out with a pillow.
Okay, in my
Like a
defense,
whole pillow.
in my
Okay,
defense,
no, when I was in
it
college,
was buy one get one free.
girls used to steal all the time.
Really?
Anything. Chapstick,
Mm.
face masks, makeup. And I used to be like, aren't you guys like rich?
At like Meyer?
Yeah, or like Target.
Oh, Target's a big
But
one.
I'm not stealing. I'm buying and then not
then-
checking everything, ringing everything up.
I think that's just like emission stealing.
Like, and the thing is too is that it's not like I'm just like that pillow. I want that pillow. I'm stealing that pillow. It's like
It hits you at the register.
no. I get to the register and there's no tag, and I'm at self checkout, and it's like
okay. I
you-
I feel like that is justifiable.
Do you have the fear
See?
of God when you hit the parking lot that you're about to get like tackled from behind?
no, because
I would.
I have a game plan.
What, run?
No, the game plan. Like I know, like
She's
if
with her pillow, like.
Okay, but she would be fast enough that she would get
Exactly.
away.
Watch this 6
that's what I've been
minute
training for. Okay,
Shoplifting.
actually. No, my plan is like, and I told you this, Paul. If someone comes to me and is like, "Dude, you stole that pillow," I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me just pay for that."
No, I wouldn't even say that. I would be like, oh my God, I didn't even know. Like, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't say, let me
Yeah.
pay for that, because then you're admitting guilt.
No, yeah,
or-
you got
Well, no.
admitting guilt.
But if they were
I
like,
feel
you know,
like-
you stole this pillow, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Like, I can just pay for it. Like, I didn't even notice that I missed it in the checkout. Yeah,
I
like
would
I'll
just be
pay
like,
for it.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice.
Like, let me just go
No.
back and check it out. Yeah,
I'm just a ditzy girl. I'm just a
Exactly.
23-year-old teenage girl.
yeah. You just giggle a little bit.
23-year-old teenager.
23-year-old teenage
I just
girl.
accidentally didn't scan this at the checkout. I mean,
Be like, "Oh my gosh," start crying a little bit.
So
Yeah.
Caro's not a thief.
no,
love that.
I have like a really strong moral compass, unfortunately.
Whoa.
Karma. You worry about
Yeah,
karma.
yeah.
Mm.
I like have to believe that I inherently make good choices.
I like that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think I stole one thing one time. Okay, traumatizing reason why I don't steal is when I was younger, I stole a pack of Hubba Bubba bubble gum.
It's so back up. What is that gum? Hubba Bubba
You
Bubba?
don't-
Hubba
Okay,
Bubba
Paul,
bubble
don't
gum.
scream about Hubba
Hubba
Bubba.
Bubba.
The
Bubba.
pink
know what
plastic
that is?
container,
I've never heard of that.
Are
and
you
it comes
joking?
out, and you like. I used to bite the spiral of that.
It's like the
gum.
roll, you know, and it tastes like chalk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's, like,
remember that.
chalky.
It comes in a plastic
It's
container.
pink plastic container in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
circle. I
Well, they have
stole
blue and
that.
stuff, too.
It's a health food.
Yeah, and my mom made me walk back into the store and hand it to the
Really?
cashier
Oh, so you were
and tell
really
her.
young.
She was like, "You tell her what you did," and I had to give it back to her and say, "I'm a thief and I stole this."
So maybe
Yeah,
it's
you're-
not that you
So,
have
like,
a moral
I'm-
compass. It's
yeah.
that you were traumatized and therefore
And
you
you
can't
were
steal.
scared.
Yeah, I
scared of your
think
mom.
that maybe was the kicker. That
We're watching
one.
the cat absolutely go psycho.
She's like playing with Paul's running shoes. Like
Would-
they're the enemy number one.
Is your mom scary? Like, is she?
No.
Do you fear her?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm afraid
My
of
mom is like essential oils.
What?
Crystals?
Not crystals.
Is she like,
Like kind of a
Sensi
hippie?
Pots, Avon mom?
No. So she's a nurse, so she believes in like medicine, but she also is just like easily marketable. Like
So she's like an
essential
Avon
oil,
mom.
yeah.
You know, like she did the Avon
like
when we were
Mary
younger.
Kay.
Arbonne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arbonne is not the
Arbonne.
same thing,
Oh.
thing
Like,
though.
Mary Kay, essential oils,
Tupperware.
Sensi
Tupperware,
Pots.
book club.
She likes to do all that
She
stuff.
drinks a lot of wine.
She
Take
drinks a
one.
lot of wine.
She's the wine mom.
Yeah, a handful of almonds.
Do you
would
guys have
be
a good
great.
relationship?
No,
You don't?
We do not. No,
Are your parents together?
they are. Yeah.
They are. Do you have a good
Mhm.
relationship with your dad?
In a way, yeah. I'm
Mm.
like a carbon copy of my dad,
Mm.
just like younger and maybe more.
Did you out of high school, did you get the hell out of there?
Yeah.
Right away.
I dipped.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
like a
Mac did
talk
that
to
too.
them like once a quarter type of girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
We have a family group chat in which I'll chime in every once in a while, but I'm very independent.
Do you have
from
one
my
sister?
Family. I have 2 sisters and a brother.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my older siblings are like in their 40s.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
So
like
we're
Mac told me
really
that
far
once.
apart in age, for
Okay.
sure.
And then you have a younger sister.
Older sister, she's 25.
The one that we were talking about was going to live with Mac's friend?
Yeah.
Oh, older than you. Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
I
yeah.
forget
So
how
she's
young you are.
25.
Jesus Christ.
The PA.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Paul, she's not that young.
I-
You're
I'm
just
younger
that old.
So
Yeah.
everybody says that to me, but like, I either get 2 ends of the scale. Like people will be like, "Oh my God, you're like 28, 29, 30,"
Really?
or people will be like, "Oh, you're 18, 19, 20."
Mm.
Internally, I feel 26
Really?
inside my brain.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not that much older.
I feel
than
like
you.
I vibe.
You definitely
with
are.
that
I mean,
age the
at your
most.
age, I wasn't like joining running groups and being around
Okay.
positive people.
Paul always says that. He's like, at your age, I wasn't doing X, Men.
I
He's like, Paul,
definitely
you were like
wasn't.
skateboarding and doing drugs.
I wasn't doing
I
drugs.
don't know. It felt like you were. You were just like not
Do
being
you
responsible.
skateboard?
No, rollerblades.
Sorry, same
Oh.
thing.
I used to
Has
skateboard
wheels.
all the
Did you?
time. Yeah, I did.
Like you could
I went
ollie?
through like a weird, yeah.
Whoa.
I went through a weird phase where I was like, I'm gonna be a skater girl. I'm gonna be alt indie.
Was it because of rocket power?
No,
Is it
I think
so?
I just like really wanted to be cool at the time.
Okay, so wait, why don't you have a good relationship with your parents? Like, are you gonna go to see them on the holidays, and you guys will?
I'll probably go home for Thanksgiving Day because I have Lions tickets,
Oh,
and
you
then
do?
I'll probably like hike it back here.
Really day
Friday
off?
Same day?
morning.
Friday morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Are
Um,
they with your family or friends?
My family.
Oh, they are.
So you're all
Yeah.
going to Lions game?
Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. I'm really excited.
Are you a big football girly or no?
No, I like hockey. I'm really
Do
into
you?
hockey,
Okay.
but I mean, Jack Harlow is performing the halftime show, so
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, I
That's a
vibe.
good.
I know
And
one
he
of
just
his songs.
released a new song.
Did he?
Yeah,
I like his new song actually.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So.
So
yeah.
wait, if you don't mind me asking, why is it not good with your parents? Or do you
I
think it's
don't
just
know.
a
I
time
just,
thing?
well, yeah, I definitely think it's a time thing.
Mm.
I also like. It's not to say that I don't vibe or that I have beef with them. I think we just like generationally.
Like they're
have, like,
way
a
like are they in their
gap
60s?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Almost.
It's a big gap, so it's hard to connect.
Mhm.
I get that.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom's very like old school, like,
Mm.
and I'm very like new aged.
Yeah. She probably doesn't understand half of what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I get
yeah,
it.
I mean, I give her so much credit, like raising kids and like doing the whole thing. Like she did the best that she could with what she had. She's a great person. I think she like is very like giving and caring and whatever. I think we just like have different ideals and values.
Yeah.
So
Because
yeah.
were you and your sister like kind of accidents that late?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
My older sister was the one that's closest in age to me,
Mhm.
and then they were like, "Oh, she needs a closer in age sibling."
it's like a-
She's a
She's
friend.
It's like a
she's
cat. We should
literally
get
like-
another cat.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
literally,
yeah.
it is that same exact concept. They were like, "Crap, she's like 10 plus years apart from her other
Mhm.
siblings. She's gonna have only child syndrome." So they're like, "Let's just have one more."
Yeah.
So
That is kind of true though. They were
I
probably
know,
smart doing
they
that.
just got lucky. They got a bonus child, and I ended up being the best one.
You
so.
and
The
that-
best one.
You and your older sister, the 25, are you guys tight? Are you guys cool?
Yeah,
You are? Okay,
yeah,
nice.
we vibe.
So it did
for
work
sure.
out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She's
nice.
super cool. I wish she was around a little bit more often, but
Yeah. She lives on the east side?
mhm,
Okay.
she does.
Was she also in the sorority?
Yeah, she was the president of our sorority.
Sig Cap, right?
Yeah.
Sigma Cap.
Tell me
Mhm.
like the craziest sorority story that happened.
Oh my
to you.
god.
Did you guys get arrested? Cops
No
showed
one's
up?
getting arrested at a sorority.
Somebody held glass to your throat? Anything?
Dude, it's Grand Valley.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
is this
no.
Grand Valley?
Yeah, it is Grand Valley. It is Grand Valley. One time when I was a freshman, we did a competition called a pint challenge,
Mm.
and me and all my friends got pints of Tito's. Actually, I think mine was Smirnoff watermelon.
Delicious.
And you had an hour to finish your
I'm
pint,
so
and
thirsty.
whoever finished last had to get a lip tattoo.
What?
Inside, like the inner lip. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
So I was chugging my pint,
Mhm.
and I don't handle alcohol well. So I was like blackout drunk, throwing up at some frat boy's house.
Did
And
you get
some
poisoning?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. One of them did get alcohol poisoning, and
How many of you were there?
5 of us.
Mm.
Ugh, did
It
who-
was all. It was 4 of us freshmen, and then one of our bigs.
Gonna be honest, I would have just taken the lip tattoo. They fade. They
Literally.
fade. They only last like 6 months.
I should have just taken the lip tattoo because I got in so much trouble. Some girl sent me to Standards. I had to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. I had to sit
What?
to the dean.
Who
Yeah.
did that? Like the person above you in the sorority can do that? They have that
Yeah.
Like any other active member can like report your behavior,
Whoa.
and you go to Standards and they like dish out your punishment.
Dude, right before I quit the sorority I was in, I went to Mexico and I had a picture of me on the beach in a strapless bikini. And I put my, like, I think it was a sombrero because it was obviously in Mexico, sombrero over my chest. And I was like, oh, what happens in Mexico stays in Mexico is my caption. And I got in the most trouble ever. I
with
had
your
to,
sorority?
yeah, because that was against like standards. And they asked me to take it down. And I was like, no, because I was like, screw this.
Did you guys have the like anonymous account that would like comment an emoji on your post, and if they did, you had to delete your photo?
No.
Whoa.
We had this one. It's called Mary Lowe Knows because
Mhm.
Mary Lowe is one of our founders, and the account would like go through your photos and it would do like a review of your social
What?
media. And if you had like alcohol, cigarettes, or anything just like inappropriate, like distasteful, they would like comment on your photo or like send it to you via DM. And like be like, you need to take this down according to standards.
Some
And we
stuff-
used to shit talk so bad about that. Like we'd get so pissed off.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start looking for that account now. The thing is, like, I understand for some of it, right? Like, if people were posting like underage drinking in your sorority, I get it, you're representing the sorority, but some of it's like they just don't like what you're wearing or like the poses
Yeah.
you're doing. It's
Or
like
the caption.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, no, I'm
Mhm.
paying to be in this thing. 1, and 2, none of you are actually really that nice.
No, literally. Okay. I will say I loved my sorority experience, but the girls that I ended up liking the most from it are the ones that I like didn't really even know during college. Like I became friends with them afterwards.
Yeah.
Some of them were mean. Like the upperclassmen were like straight up mean. So
Are they
mean
like
to
kind of
us.
have to be or no?
No,
I
I think it's like,
definitely could be nice. We had like 100 girls in our chapter.
Oh.
Like it is not that
They're
difficult to
big.
like be nice to me.
I do think it's like a gateway. Like the the mean girls from high school, you know what I mean? Like it is, I'm
Yeah.
not saying everyone in a
Yeah.
sorority is mean at all. Like I met a lot of great people. I mean, obviously I'm friends with Bailey still. And, and that's wonderful. But I do feel like sometimes it's a way for the girls that were potentially mean in high school not to have to necessarily break out of that to have friends, because you're automatically introduced to a bunch of girls who are probably very similar to you, had this very similar upbringing to you. I mean, obviously they can afford to be in a sorority, things like that. And so you don't necessarily have to like realize, hey, in order to make friends in college and outside of your high school world, like you have to be a nice person to everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe
it's
it's
easier to like put on a face and be like someone who switches personalities in a sorority, especially because recruitment is so like shallow.
Yeah.
Not to say that like we're all shallow, but it's like
Yeah.
easy to put on a face and be like, yeah, I'm this perfect person, put me into your club. And
Mhm.
then like that's just not how it works in the real life.
Yeah.
I will say there's a lot of great things I took away from it. Like recruitment taught me how to be a great interviewer, and I
that's
work
true.
in HR. So like I've gotten compliments on like
Mm.
my ability to interview really well and I know how to like manipulate. That's the wrong word. I know how
No,
to
you can say
guide a
that.
conversation in a way where I'm looking for like cryptic answers
Yeah.
from
Like leading them.
being in a sorority.
Yeah.
It teaches you a lot of things about like what you look for in people. Like, are you looking for someone who really cares about their image? Are you looking for someone who just like is a good time?
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
like what kind of friendships do you value? What kind of things are important to you?
Mm.
I feel like I took a lot of really great things from it, but I definitely didn't need to be in it like all the years and
Oh, you
pay
did all
all the
4?
money.
Oh.
Yeah, I was only in college for 3 years, but I
Oh.
did do all 3.
Smarty pants.
Yeah, it's because I went to college during COVID, so I just doubled
Oh.
up on my classes
Oh,
online.
that'd be nice.
Shoot, you could do that? That's cool. that you
Yeah,
could
it
do
I
was
was
online,
taking
right?
I was taking
Yeah.
like 20 credits at once, and then I just graduated early.
Was it low key kind of easier because you could
So easy. I could cheat
accelerate
on
the class?
everything.
Yeah.
If you are my professors and you're listening to this,
You don't
I
know
didn't
her.
cheat.
I got in trouble for cheating on an online class.
Oh.
I like looked up everything on
Yeah,
Quizlet.
Google.
Unless
No.
you're
Different
making me
tab,
sign
different
like
computer.
yeah.
Mine,
device.
so I guess it's different with coding classes, but this wasn't even a coding class. This was, oh my gosh, it was a math class, and you had to show your work and everything,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was online. So I didn't even like cheat. Me and like 4 of the students who were taking it online were like, hey, let's all meet in the library and like just let's take it like near each other basically, so we can kind of like see, okay, what answer do you get? What answer? I mean, you still have to show your work, and obviously we all scored almost the same on them. I mean, not exactly the same, but almost the same. And so she made us retake it. All of us had to retake the exam, but like a different, obviously, answers. And I ended up doing better on the second. And I was like, ha, screw you, woman. I was so mad because I was like, I didn't even cheat. Like, it's not like I like sat there and like we copied each other. Like we all did it, but then we obviously like looked at each other's afterwards.
Yeah, it started with cheating, and now she steals pillows at fucking grocery stores.
Dude, I don't know anybody my age who's like pre-med, pre-dental. I would be concerned for them to be my doctor.
Oh,
it was
'cause they
so
did that
easy
shit
to
online.
cheat during COVID. Are you
yeah.
kidding?
Oh,
Everything's on Quizlet. And like
Never
the
heard of it.
lockdown browser, like
What is a
show
lockdown browser?
So it's this platform, and when you're taking exams or quizzes, it like doesn't allow you to like leave the page that you're on, and it tracks your activity.
But
and
what
it
if
makes
you,
you
have a map
scan
and you,
the
like,
room.
change?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
do they have a? They can see you on webcam?
So they can see you. It records you while
Yeah.
you take your test.
I did that.
But like, I'm gonna put paper on the wall.
Oh,
like
yeah.
behind. Like I know so many people who are like, I have my whole fucking notebook like sitting behind my computer,
See, they made us
my
when I
iPad.
I did some of those,
whatever.
but they made us do a 360 view of the room. They
Yeah.
didn't make you do that.
You guys had those?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never taken a class
But
where they made me do that.
They were not
Oof.
like, it's not that hard to like
Yeah.
be a cheater in
No,
COVID.
I had stuff like I had shirts with pockets like this, and I would put stuff in it.
That's crazy. Okay,
I
didn't do any
again
of that
heading
crap.
back to the moral compass.
Yeah, wait a second
I
about
didn't
this.
cheat on that many things, but when I
No.
did cheat, I was
I don't
all
feel
out.
bad about that.
yeah, I didn't really feel bad
My-
about it. It would be like a quiz, like my homework, my 50 question quiz for 5 points.
Right.
Obviously, I'm gonna look
Nothing.
that shit up on Quizlet. I don't have fucking time
My
for that.
very first job in my freshman year of college, not my first job ever, but my first job in college, I had this is how I decided I wanted to go into engineering. Well, not only way, but one of the ways I was like, this is probably a good course for me. We took, that entry level, I was at Western at the time, Western Michigan. And the entry level, like, I guess, I don't know, computer class that you take, and it's like you have to use all like Word and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And they kind of make you,
Access.
yeah, well, they made you like, you had a time test. You had to click certain things and do certain access or act like whatever. Like it'd be like, okay, for Excel, you need to make cell A, A1, do this.
Right.
And I always got 100%. So I started having kids pay me to take theirs. That was my first job.
That was your first job.
Well, in college.
Yeah, Mac used
job.
to do some crazy shit. Like she was 17, right? And you would meet with like a 30-year-old and sell textbooks out of his
Yeah,
apartment.
I peddled textbooks. And looking back, like, okay, what?
I think we talked about this on the podcast
Did
one
we?
time.
Yeah. Well, Kalamazoo is like not.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't
god,
say it's
Kalamazoo,
safe, but it's
no,
not safe.
Kalamazoo is an interesting place, that's
You
for
bet.
sure. Yeah, my sister went to PA school in Western.
Oh, go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
See, I loved Western, but I like know it like now being more self-aware and like,
You should be dead.
yeah, like
I don't know.
shouldn't have
My
gone with a
cousin's an
30-year-old.
ER nurse in Kalamazoo, so I hear some crazy stories
Yeah.
about.
Well, that makes sense. My mom would always like be chased to her car when she was a nurse at Blodgett, way back when.
Yikes.
So at the beginning of the podcast, Mac introduced you as our
Newly
newly single Caro.
Yes.
So how long have you been single, Caro?
Probably about a month now.
Oh, it's been a full month.
Have you gone on any
Yeah.
dates yet?
I know.
No.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
You wouldn't
so
you wouldn't know. You wouldn't categorize what you've been doing.
So
dating.
I have this big problem where I just like to think that everybody wants to be my friend.
and not your
And then I
boyfriend?
look on hindsight and I'm like, was that a date? Or were we just having a good time?
I
I've
mean,
been asked on a
if
couple of dates,
you-
but I'm just
Sure.
like,
chilling.
I kind of just want to like fuck around and find out.
Mm.
I don't really want to like sit down and have a nice dinner and like find a new boyfriend right away.
Right.
You know?
So what are your? Okay, I would say if a man or someone of the opposite sex. I mean, it could be a woman too. Like you never know.
Have you
If-
Are you into women?
No.
No.
I don't know. I would say like I'm not opposed to it.
Mm.
I guess.
She's fluid.
Fluid.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that would be a
Yeah,
good word.
fluid.
Okay.
So I think if a man or a woman ask you somewhere one-on-one and it has a specific time and they pay,
Yeah.
I would say that's a date.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, yeah. Unless you're like girlies and you're like, oh my gosh, like let's go to this, and someone's like, oh no, I got it, like don't, you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
there's obviously a very distinct difference between like a girly friendship where you're like, oh my gosh, no, like I'll pay this time because you know you'll pay me back next time, like we'll just switch on and off, and like that's obviously like different.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I dated my boyfriend for a really long time,
How long?
like 4-ish years.
Dang.
And
so you guys were teenagers.
Yeah, it was like a child, and I had a boyfriend before him, kind of. So I don't know. I haven't really done like the casual dating before.
The hoe phase.
Yeah.
I've been through a few of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
One.
No hoe phases.
So you guys started dating like at the beginning of college?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I also think we shouldn't be calling it a hoe phase.
I don't know. What else do we call it?
I know, but it doesn't mean you're a hoe because you want to date around.
I know.
It's
Yeah,
like what you
that's
should do to
true.
figure out what you like and what you
I
want.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I
See,
mean?
that's kind of one of the things where I'm like, this is an exciting time
Yeah.
because I can kind of just like figure out things outside of what I know. I guess.
Yeah.
I will say I feel like everybody my age was like doing this in college.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, this is my future husband.
Oh,
This is like like I'm in this serious relationship while everybody else around me is being like 18, 19, 20, like doing
Right.
the
Having
things.
fun.
Having
Yeah, but now I
fun,
feel
sleeping
like
around, you know.
The age that you're at now, you are in a better state to do it in a mature way. Like I do feel
Oh,
like
totally.
people who are doing it when they're 19 or 20, they're doing it because there's not another option, right? Like they want a boyfriend, but like men are kind of being assholes, or you know,
Yeah.
who they're dating are being assholes.
18-year-old men are great.
Bruh. Wrong.
I've literally never heard anybody say that in this serious
No.
context ever.
I'm sorry, Paul's done. But now
Paul's
I feel
canceled.
like oh, he's been canceled. But now I feel like you are equipped to like go out there and date around, and like you can feel strong in like what you want and do it in a way that like you're not going to be,
Yeah.
you know.
I also think I have a lot better like sense of self right now of like
Yeah.
who I am and what I am looking for. Whereas I feel like when I was younger, I kind of was like, I don't really know who I am or what I want or what I like or anything. I feel like now I'm like, I got a really good idea of who I am. I
The
feel like I have.
past boyfriend, engagement was never coming up. Marriage.
No, really
discussion.
frequently actually. Yeah. But I think,
Wait, you said yeah?
yeah,
Oh.
I think, I don't know. I love Taylor Swift, but she has like a song. Like a lot of people love Taylor
Whoa.
That
Swift,
came out of
so I'm gonna
nowhere.
like out
I
myself.
love Taylor Swift. Thank you.
I'm gonna out myself as a Swiftie really
Okay,
quickly.
go
But she
for
has
it.
a song, and it's like sometimes you just don't know the answer until someone's on your knees and asking. I feel like I knew like when he was bringing it up. I'm like, oh, I like this is like making me panic like a little bit.
Dude.
And I liked the idea of it, but like I just liked the idea of it, not with like maybe him necessarily. I don't know. I also just like, I had this conversation with my therapist once, and she was like, I think that's a totally valid feeling to feel like I haven't lived a full life yet. And her like really good reference was like, if you've only ever tried chicken nuggets, that's it. And you tell everybody in the entire world that chicken nuggets are your favorite thing and they're the only thing you're going to eat for the rest of your life. And then one day you try like a cheeseburger and you decide that a cheeseburger is actually what you want for the rest of your life. Like if you just commit to the chicken nuggets without ever trying the cheeseburger, then you would never know.
But isn't that hard? Like, I feel like that's definitely valid. But at the same time, I feel like, doesn't that get you in a sticky situation? Because you could be saying that at any age with any person if you haven't tried everyone.
Right. So, I mean, there's parameters to it. Like, there's an endless amount of things that can come out of the, like, what if scenario.
Mhm.
Like, there's no,
Yeah.
solid answer.
There comes
like,
a point
what
where
if.
you got to water your own grass instead of, looking at everyone else's saying it's greener.
I think I just, like, I can see the value in, like, maybe something outside of what I had.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was really great. I really, really loved him, and he was a great person, and he just, like, wasn't my partner. Like,
You guys aren't growing anymore with each other.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
That's
know,
okay.
I think I would love to, like, feel really solid in, like, if someone were looking at me and being like, oh, let's get married, I would want to have a lot of confidence in knowing that that was, like, what was right for me and what I wanted. And I, like, don't think I had that At least, I mean, I do totally believe in the like right person, wrong time theory. It's like maybe like 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, if we like grew apart and got back together, maybe that's a possibility. But I kind of like am really excited and like enjoying this like time of I have endless possibilities to like explore and like
there's so many
try
good men in
things
Grand
out.
Rapids.
Yeah, like, well, what if I
Why
just
do you
like
keep saying things like stop being on the men's side? Like we're sending them to Maine. I don't understand. Like the heck.
Yeah, all the men are going to Maine, and
Did we
Paul is
talk
the
about that
first one to
before?
fucking go.
Probably
leader
that I
of
want to
Maine.
send. You're not the leader of Maine.
I can be the leader. I
No.
know about it.
You know about Maine, so you get to be the leader. No, I do feel like from a sexual standpoint.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Oh,
for sure.
But like
a sexual standpoint.
Yeah, from a sexual standpoint, like being with, okay, and this could be controversial to anyone who's listening and potentially thinks that you should only have sex with one person the rest of your life, which is fine. That's a thought.
I'm already offended.
I'm already offended. I just feel like having multiple partners in your life is a really good way to not be unhappy in the bed for the rest of your life.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know what I mean? Like you can figure out, I mean, even if like, obviously you have to play around with yourself, but like also figuring out what you like from a man or a woman that you're with and like what kind of things turn you on, like what doesn't turn you on, like, you know, and also being confident in yourself. I feel like that comes from like, I don't know, like
Being with others.
yeah, being with others. Like potentially I sometimes am like, oh, I kind of regret that like I never had like quote unquote this hoe phase. Like I've always been a relationship girly and that's fine for me. But sometimes I'm like, like I feel like if I would have had that and slept around with people casually, maybe I wouldn't take sex so seriously. Like maybe I wouldn't be like.
Did you grow up in a religious household?
Yes, I did.
Maybe, yeah.
That is a big part of it. Yes.
Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. Like experimenting around. Not to say like, oh, I'm going to go bang a new person every freaking weekend.
You're not trying to get an STD.
Yeah, I'm not. But like also, no, I totally agree with like
No pain,
kind
no
of
gain.
figuring it out. Like if
Full
you're
schedule.
if you're someone who's like, yeah, I want to sleep with one person in my entire life, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
You guys can evolve and like experiment
Try
and
things.
figure that stuff out
And
together.
maybe that would be helpful too, because you know maybe if you sleep with that one person, obviously you both are going into it inexperienced, and you teach each other, and like there's some
Yeah.
comfortability there. Sure, that's fine.
For sure, yeah. But like, what if you have an undiscovered kink or something, and you have no
Yeah.
idea
Watch
until
some
you
porn
like.
together.
Okay, but that's not necessarily like
it's one of those things where like, okay, you've been with this person for a really long time.
Yeah,
You
no,
sleep
I
with
know.
someone new and they do something that
Right,
you've
right,
never
right.
like experienced, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, like maybe I like that, or like I want to lean into that a
yeah,
little
but there's
bit more.
also things I feel like that are easier done with not strangers, but like casually than like with the significant other, like a threesome, like for instance, like
oh, the potential that I could never see you again.
yeah,
It's the same way that you feel comfortable talking to a therapist because they're a total stranger than you would like opening up to
your
like
mom
your
or like
mom or like your
significant
best
other,
friend.
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like Paul and I
Like
have
a
had
different level of
conversation
like
about this.
intimacy for sure.
Yeah, Paul and I have talked about like, for instance, threesomes. I think they're super hot.
Yeah.
Would I ever want to have a threesome with Paul? No. Would I want to have a threesome with maybe someone else? Yeah.
Two
Really?
strangers.
Yeah.
See, I have proposed the concept of a threesome so many times, and like,
What do you mean to your last partner?
yeah.
Oh.
And some people, they just don't vibe, you know?
Mm.
But
I
at first-
vibe.
okay, there are some people though where like sex is not just sex. I think that is
Yeah.
a big factor.
They want to make love.
Yeah. But like,
It sounds so bad coming out of his mouth. I don't know why. Don't make it
don't
weirder.
make it
Come
weird.
on.
but no, like, but okay, so you would have a threesome, but you wouldn't want Paul to be there.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to have a threesome with Paul because two things.
I'll
Well,
watch.
would you want it to be another girl, or
Like I would be
another
fine with
guy?
another girl for sure, but I don't think I'd be okay. I'm very like, I feel like I don't necessarily know if I would be okay with watching him have sex with another girl or doing things with another girl because of
Gotcha.
like the jealousy and like the whole like, okay, now like what if she was better? What if blah blah blah? Like, you know what I mean? Like the insecurity
Yeah.
kind of comes up. But like, and obviously, well, not obviously, Paul, his own preference, he's not bisexual. He only likes women, so he doesn't want to do it with a man, which is fine for him.
Right. I don't think many men would be into having a threesome with another
No.
man.
And
I think
Well,
it's
unless
more.
unless they're into guys.
Yeah, I
but-
think it's more
Bisexual.
common for it to be like two women.
Which like, I also feel like.
But what if
women's
it was
fluid.
like you have a threesome and it's just you?
What you mean?
What do you mean, me and like the two girls?
Like Paul would be off boundaries.
Like he could
just
only
gets
touch
to
me.
watch.
Oh, so I would just have sex with a woman in front of him. I would be down. I would be. I'd actually be okay with that.
I think you
too.
would have to like set the parameters of like what.
Yeah.
Like
Could
you would have to
happen.
go into it with like these are the expectations, these are the parameters of what is allowed and what's not allowed,
Yeah,
and just like have like adult communication about what
Yeah,
you're into.
100%.
that is true. But I also feel
You
like
know?
we were also talking about it because then he got kind of upset that I wanted to have a threesome, but not with him.
Did I?
Yeah, you were a little butthurt.
Oh.
You're like, why wouldn't you want to do it
I
with
feel
me?
like that's valid.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, sure, that's valid. But
Because I mean, I wouldn't be.
Mac is like, that's not fucking valid. Don't
Yeah.
validate him.
don't put me in a box. let me be free.
She's gonna do it. I'm gonna have to leave the house for like 2 hours. I'm gonna go.
2 hours. We
Okay,
need
so
at
then
least
you
5.
would be having another random man?
Yeah, see, that's where I don't know.
Okay.
Like, that's what I mean, though. That's one of those
So
things where it's
scary.
like, it's
so now
better.
it's just like 2 new people.
Yeah, it'd be better if it were like, obviously.
That's
Not in a
unrealistic. When is
relationship.
that ever gonna happen? What are you gonna? What website are you gonna go
always
on
say
to find
this.
2 random people?
I'm not
Dude,
saying
no.
this is
The
realistically.
threesomes are the best with people that you know.
I think so too.
That you know?
You're not gonna fuck a random stranger
Okay.
without.
Have you had a threesome before?
Oh, you have.
Well,
Yeah.
she said the
This
best
is
with people
going-
you
yeah,
know.
you're
so I'm
speaking
like-
from like many
Well, she said, you know what I mean?
experiences.
No,
Okay,
I'm
all
very
right.
interested in like the concept of a threesome because I think they're very hot. So I would like to know more.
I mean, yeah.
When she looks up porn, it's always threesomes.
This is true.
No.
No, she's saying me.
Oh.
Not me. Not
Yeah.
you, Caro. I,
mean-
don't know what you look up.
Paul's like, I've been sitting
Our
in your
first
search
time guest.
history.
Can I see your phone?
Yeah, let me look it up.
No, I would say.
Was this with your last partner or previously? Previous
no,
partner?
this was like when like before I met him.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Like
young kid.
I think I was like 18.
Okay.
So she was legally an adult.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, things.
And that was
evolve
with
in
your
time.
boyfriend and somebody else.
No, it was
Oh.
with one of my really good friends and a boy that
Okay.
we met.
Mm.
See, I
That we knew through mutual friends.
My
like
girlfriend
I
did
would
that.
I would have a threesome with any of my best friends.
Mm.
Like
I would too, but the man is the issue. Is I wouldn't want my one of my best girlfriends and like my boyfriend potentially.
I don't I that's totally valid, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be fine with that.
Really?
Yeah.
But then like, what if you're like,
I
hey,
mean,
let's go
but
to
I
dinner,
also
and
am
it's like,
very
that wouldn't
like
happen.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
If I'm like, hey, Matt, can you leave the room? I need to talk to X real quick. So and so.
Wait, what?
I want to invite her to dinner.
No, I'm saying, Paul, you're not understanding. Let's say us 3 have a threesome.
Right.
Then like let's say
That's why Caro's here.
Yes, that's actually why we've invited you.
This is actually now porno.
But let's say then we all go to Village Rec Run Club on Monday. And
Shout
like
out.
we have shout out.
Alyssa's really gonna like her run club being tied to a
Sex, sorry. And
threesome.
Lululemon. Okay.
It's
Anyway.
a threesome meetup / run club.
No. But my point is like, how do you handle that with your boyfriend when it's like, okay, now you guys are in a public space, obviously clothes are on, but you know what he's like during sex.
If I'm being honest, if you set the boundaries to where like, hey, like this, it's nothing more than this. To me, it wouldn't be awkward. Like if that was the case.
I also think it has to do with a lot of like security in like the sex that you're having with your partner.
True.
Like I
think you have to be in a good place.
feel
right?
cool like with the way that we're having sex. Like I don't feel like intimidated or like uncomfortable with the idea of you also sleeping with someone else. Because at the end of the day, like they're coming back to you. They're
Correct.
actively choosing you.
Dude,
Right.
I'm so interested in this because
also,
I've
like-
just never had that like security in a relationship.
I always feel like that. Like if we go to a bar and a guy's flirting with you, I don't really have like a huge problem with it. At the end of the day, I know
see,
I'm going
yeah.
home with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, I
used
don't
to
have
flirt
that
with men at the
security.
bar
You
all the
don't?
time.
No, not at all. I have none of that security.
Do you talk to your therapist about that when you go to therapy?
I need to fire
No,
my
they
therapist. And we've already
literally-
talked about this.
They don't
You
talk
should
about
go with my
shit.
therapist.
I'm looking for a new one. So
She
if you
is.
recommend me yours,
Yeah.
is that like a
I've offered my services.
Her like specialist
no.
is like young adults.
okay? Send me your
Like
card.
20 to
Or-
30.
Send me your card.
Send me your cards.
No,
Scott
I really
Deck.
like her.
But,
But I
like-
feel like we have a lot of the same things that she would target.
Okay, I've just
You'd vibe.
we'd vibe. I would love that, but like, yeah, because I don't think I've ever had that security. Because I'm exposing myself here. I still like if you're on your phone and we're together, I'm still like, what is he looking at? Like, is he looking at other girls on Instagram? Like,
Were you
No.
cheated on in the past?
Was it,
Or did
Not,
you
like,
have like
recently.
issues in relationships with like them being not?
yeah, I
loyal?
mean, my ex-husband and I broke up and he had a porn addiction. So it was not choosing
I
me.
mean, it definitely could be that.
Could
I
be
don't think
that.
it has.
You think?
I don't think it has a lot to do with you. I think it has more to do with like maybe something that makes you feel that way in the past.
Because I feel like that
Yeah.
would be such a healthy, because again, like I think the concept of a threesome is very hot, but like I feel like my hesitation with like ever bringing it up or like seriously indulging in that with my partner is that I've always been worried about the fact that I don't have that security that I, like that normal security you have. I thought no girls had that.
I
but
think
now I'm
I
meeting
think
it,
it'd
so
be
this is
good
awkward.
if you,
I don't know. I'm like a big advocate for like.
sexual positivity.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Like I guess recently I'm more open talking about sex, but like I'm big on like looking at things from other people's perspective. Like like I wouldn't be like, yeah, I want to bang other people and have all these sexual experiences for myself, but you can't have that.
Right.
Because then I have that like clarity of like looking at things from their view too.
I think
That's
with
true.
a threesome, if you have the positive mind, the right mindset going into it, that like if it turns you on, you could bring that back into your relationship.
Yeah.
With just your partner, obviously.
That is true.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
a threesome is there to like spice up
Right.
what you already have.
It's not
like
just
bring new things
It's
to
not
the
a
table.
competition. Fucking
Yeah.
rodeo.
Everything,
Get in.
everything
Who
is a
rides
fucking
the dick the best?
Legit,
No.
everything is a competition though.
It's like there. Well, and I mean, if it's like your fantasy or your thing that you're into,
Yeah.
then like you have to get something out of it too.
Mm.
But I don't know. I think that's totally normal to be like, no, don't touch my
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
totally mine. Like that's my territory. But I also think, I don't know. You should just try it out and see if you like it.
This is true. I mean, the worst that can happen is you end.
The
up with
worst
your
that you like
partner.
it is you're like, I don't like, or you like get into it and like consent is totally the thing. You can be like, no, I'm not into this anymore. This needs to
Yeah,
end.
that's true.
That is true. Yeah.
That's like a healthy boundary that you set. Like, at what point do you like if this ever becomes uncomfortable? Like, there has to be like consensus that like
Yeah.
if I decide that I no longer like this,
it has
then
to
it
stop.
has to stop.
Yeah, that does
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, you don't want to get to the R word. Or sexual assault.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you're in a
or just
threesome
like
and she's
even like
uncomfortable, you're
like
not-
if you were like fucking another girl
Yeah.
and Mac is like, okay, I just like don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah.
Like that is like a
Stop.
consensus that you would have like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Mhm. Put a pause.
But
on
it would also go the same way for her. Like if she was like making out with another girl and you're like, I don't think I like this anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be like a 50-50.
Not that I feel like guys ever have that issue. Actually, they're well. That's not true.
I don't know.
Bailey's ex-boyfriend. I'm exposing him.
Just say your friend, because
Okay.
nobody knows who Bailey
Well,
is.
she does.
I
Our
do.
friend. Sorry, our friend. All of us know this girl. Her ex-boyfriend actually was starting to break up with her if she even kissed girls.
Really?
Like even yeah.
Okay.
She'd do it behind his back. It was always me, but you know,
He
I was
needs to
happy to
chill.
oblige.
Okay, that is also like for them though. Like my ex, I would be like, oh, would you ever be into like X, Y, and Z? And he'd be like, no.
Really?
Like that makes me feel like you are not satisfied with what I have to offer.
Do you feel like that department for you guys was not doing well towards the end?
No,
Or-
we had really, really good sex.
Oh, okay.
I won't. This is going on the internet.
We don't need specifics.
This is going to the internet.
No, we had really good sex, but
Uh-huh.
I
We have 5 stars, so.
He was like, "This is great sex. This is all that I need," and I'm kind of like, "Well, you've slept with a handful of people before me."
Mm.
Like he was ready to be like, "Yep, this is the end game. This is what I want,"
Mm.
and I'm like, "I have not slept with that many people before you, and
So
I
did you
have
wanna
all
sleep
of
with
these
more
things."
men? Or you just wanted to try new
I think
experiences?
I just like want to try new things. Yeah,
Mm.
I mean,
Okay.
even just like now, I'm like, I would love to just try new stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whereas like he was like, no, I don't like that. And I'm like, okay, obviously like I'm like going to be loyal to you and like hear you out and hear your explanations for things. So I'm not going to do that on your behalf. But it's also like to what extent, like, am I suffering by giving all this sacrifice to meet your expectations or like to hear you out on what you have to say? And versus like
Talking to the mic.
I'm losing out on like, okay, so you're telling me that I can't do this, this, and this because it makes you uncomfortable. But then what do I get out of this? Like the sex with you is great, but like, what about the questions that I have about this? Or I want to try something like that. Or if like you have a kink that someone else isn't into, then what?
Do you
Ooh, that's
communicate that
hard.
to them?
Yeah. I mean, but if they don't vibe, like that's just not going to work.
Right.
And,
That's
like,
tough.
people say that you can have marriages and stuff, but like sex is a really big part of a relationship
It's huge.
for sure.
It's a huge part of a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because if it's horrible or there's zero, you're gonna, unfortunately, you're just going
Then
to
you're
seek
just
it
roommates.
Yeah.
No, well, then you're just gonna start seeking outside.
Well, that was
Well,
the thing.
not
Like, I'm like,
always.
this is really great. What I have is really awesome. But there's more
roommate's home.
outside of this that I would want. And I don't want to have to like think about it as just like a what if. Like, what if I never get to experience
Yeah.
this?
It almost
what if
makes
I
it
never
more
try it?
enticing.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
It's like dangling a carrot in front of your face and being like, you can't have this. Or like when other people hit on you at the bar, or other people like mention things that they're experiencing
yeah.
or trying or liking. And it's like, well, I can't have that because this person doesn't
Want it.
want it. Then it makes it 10 times more enticing because you're like, well, I want that and I can't have it.
Do you have like not guilt, but yeah, do you have like guilt if you're dating right now, like it's only been a month, like you feel bad?
I don't know. I'm not like actively seeking out dates.
Yeah.
Like I
Are
said
you
before.
on the dating apps?
No. I made
No.
a Hinge for 1 hour and was like, this is actually my own personal hell.
Rough times. Rough times.
Yeah,
hard time
I don't
out
know.
there.
I'm like an organic girly.
Too
I
many
also really struggle
notifications.
because I sway a lot older than my age, and I don't want to like lie about my age, but I definitely am someone who like omits my age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I think my ideal age range is like 27 to like 35.
That's not even that much older than you.
But I mean, if you're a 35-year-old,
12 years older.
yeah,
Right.
I'm like a
I
12 to
have
15.
A
Seems
single
to be my
37-year-old
vibe.
friend.
Damn.
I mean,
He's
Shout
he's
out
a
Tim Oliphant.
Tim Oliphant painting. He's actually very attractive.
He has a good
but
looking.
He's a
I'm
good-looking
also
man.
like in this place where I'm like, I don't want to hop into like my next relationship.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm really in a good place where I'm young enough that I don't need to be thinking about marriage right now.
Or a lot of your girlfriends like, oh my god, I want you to meet so and so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst.
It's well, and it's also just like really uncomfortable when you're fresh out of a relationship and the word
Yeah.
starts to get around.
Right.
And like people that you qualified as like your really good friends are now hitting you up,
Right.
flirting with you,
Right.
or
Ooh. Yeah.
like
That's bad
his
taste.
friends, or
They're
like
getting
in
in
your
the DMs quickly.
DMs.
His
Like,
friends?
yeah.
Really?
That's-
It's just
You
like
should
it's
send that to him.
no.
No,
Okay,
that's just like drama unnecessary.
yeah, and I still really like have a lot of respect for him. So
Yeah.
like shout out.
See, that's
him.
great. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely an uncomfortable place because in my relationship, I never was like seeking outside attention. Like I always had attention from him. I obviously like wanted like other things, I guess.
Mhm.
Like, but I was never like looking for attention from other people. And then when you have this like influx of attention, it feels like dirty in a kind of a way. Like you guys just want to sleep with me. None of you know that I have like an incredibly great personality.
Right.
You just want to like bang me.
Men are disgusting.
Yeah.
They really are.
But then I don't know. I think I just am like vibing. I'm just running around.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You literally are running around.
Yeah. Just running around.
Caro's a newish runner. How long have you been running then?
I started running at the end of January.
Oh, okay.
So real
almost
new.
a year.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
like
guess it
almost
is
a year.
January.
Yeah.
It's pretty new. Pretty new.
Because you started with cycling, or
Mhm.
what do you guys call it?
Yeah, I used to be a spin instructor.
Spin instructing.
Spinning.
How do you even like,
Spin
how do
instructing.
you
You
like,
started with spin
how do
instructing.
I like right now say, hey, I want to be a spin instructor? Do I show up at that place
Can
and
you
say,
picture Paul being a spin instructor? All people can hear is his breathing of that, and I hope.
I don't know what they
Okay,
say.
that's a real fucking thing. Like breathing into the mic is the most embarrassing and
Really?
humbling experience. No, I used to say some unhinged shit up there. I mean,
Oh,
you
I
put a
bet.
22-year-old girl on a microphone in front of a room full of people. Things are gonna happen.
You drop some F-bombs.
Yeah.
There's a stray
Really?
cat. There's a stray cat. That's not the same fucking cat.
That's a different cat.
I thought that was your
We have
cat.
stray
No.
cats
Oh my
outside.
god, that one looks kind of like a guinea pig.
She's looking for food. Should
Why
I go
is it
feed
like
her?
short? No.
She's kind of cute.
Yeah, go feed her.
Not yet. Not on camera.
Oh, she's wandering away.
Oh.
See, Paul has been feeding the
I've
stray
been
cats,
feeding
and now we have like a
I
plethora
thought there
of
was
cats.
only one.
Dude,
Paul,
they're
you
everywhere.
can't just only pick one stray cat to come in your house or come in your yard.
What do we
That
have?
one looked like a guinea
Time
pig.
wise.
49 minutes and
nice,
10
okay.
seconds.
To be
So if
exact.
I
A
want
lot
to
of
go
this
be
has
a spin-
evolved into us just talking about sex.
That's fine. That's usually what ends up
Every episode
happening. on
has.
this.
I hope. I always am like, should I peep this podcast on my Instagram? And then I'm like, if my mother found this,
Oh. She wouldn't even listen to it. Do
she
you think
would
she would listen
shake
to
in
it?
her boots.
Would your family even, if you put it out there, would they listen to it?
Probably.
Do they follow your social media like closely?
Sometimes. I mean,
Do
my
they?
mom is like blocked on all my social
Oh, for
media.
real?
Yeah.
Oh, she's blocked. My mom doesn't have an Instagram or a TikTok.
No, she doesn't.
She has a
Yeah.
Facebook that she can't even work.
I don't know. I feel
bitmojis.
like a lot of people are gonna be. I feel like I have this like cutesy, sweet,
Mm.
innocent baby child,
Fuck that.
and I'm like, hey guys,
Hey.
I have
Change-
had a threesome. Surprise.
Are you like, do you feel like you're like reinventing yourself in a way, like after this breakup and at this point in your life, or do you just feel like do you ever, you just said I have this cutesy way about me, like do you feel like you're put in that box and you have to stay there?
No, I think I've always, like, a really common theme like amongst my life has always been like, wow, you're so much different than I thought you were gonna be. Thought you were this cute, sweet, innocent girl. Like, I had coworkers who were interns this
The
summer.
cat is literally coming up to the window. Oh my god, that cat is huge.
She wants.
Okay, she's fat though,
Why
so
does she
someone
want
is
in?
feeding her.
She looks like a guinea pig. Why is
She's
she
literally
staring at
making.
us?
There's no way she's not somebody else's
I wish
cat.
we had another camera. Where we
Why
could
is
show-
she trying to get into the house?
I'll go
Excuse me,
feed her
we're making a
after.
podcast
I'll go
here.
feed her when we're done.
Anyway,
So if I want to become a spin instructor, how do I like go show up at Lunar? What's it called? Lunar.
Don't
Okay,
say the
but-
name. We're not supporting this
Oh, we're not
business.
supporting it.
No.
okay,
If I-
but Caro
You
was
gotta
telling
crop
us
that
about
one
how
out.
she felt about people telling her that she's always.
Oh yeah, yeah.
innocent.
Let's go back to that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was rudely interrupted.
I
about
lost my chain of thought.
You're not wanting to change your image after post breakup. You just.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely am. I don't want to say I'm reinventing myself because I'm really happy with who I am and what image I have right
that's
now. I don't know, but I definitely think that the perception that people initially have of me is different than once they get to know me a little bit more,
Okay.
That's fair.
which I kind of like.
Yeah. I mean, does it make you panic when they get to know you?
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a really strong sense of self.
I mean, you're pretty
I love
outgoing though.
that.
You're not like reserved
No,
when
Mm-mm.
like if someone meets you.
yeah,
No.
no, I have nothing to hide.
Right.
She has a moral compass. She doesn't.
She doesn't
Steal
steal
things.
from
The
Target.
cat is biting my
Stop.
toe.
Which one, the kitten? Gosh.
Classic.
River, stop biting people's toes. You're all trying to distract
No,
her
I
right
don't
now.
know, but I definitely, yeah. I think a lot of the times people look at me and they're like, oh, you probably follow all of the rules and you don't
Mm.
do anything crazy. And you probably, I get religious a lot, which is funny because I'm
Really?
not religious at all.
I've seen you shotgun a warm beer at Mulligan's bar.
Yeah.
No one else would do it.
Yeah.
It's not
That
one
was
of
us.
us.
We weren't
that was
at
like one of the
Mulligan's.
very
Where were
first
we?
interactions I
Meanwhile,
had with you guys.
That really
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I was like, Caro. That was like,
Yeah.
like the second time we ever saw you.
And I
Well,
didn't
we
know
saw her
anybody,
multiple
so
times,
it was super interesting. You guys were like,
We're all runners.
do you want to shotgun this beer? I was like,
Did you
absolutely.
feel pressured a little bit?
No,
Oh,
not at
okay,
all.
good.
She just was up for the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I can shotgun a mean beer.
I did feel bad. I told Mac after, I was like, we probably pressured her into that. That was not right.
No,
feel
but I
bad.
will say it was definitely kind of awkward. Like, everybody's sitting down and I was
Yeah.
just standing there and I'm like,
Oh.
You're not quite in the group yet. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
What the heck?
Almost.
but I did get to meet them all after, so
Did you?
vibes, yeah.
Nice.
You know, and
That's
then
where I
we're like,
met
"You should-"
Erica.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I was like,
yeah,
you guys
yeah.
should come sit by us. And then you didn't want to.
Yeah,
didn't
my
want
friend
to.
Pat. My friend Pat was so high and so
Really?
drunk. He was the
Oh,
one that
he
fell
fell
on
in
his
his
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we
That guy
gave
hit
him
his
like
head
an edible,
hard.
and we were like, here's like a gummy, you can eat it, and he ate the whole thing.
How
and
much was it?
I was like, that's literally 50 milligrams.
5-0?
No.
And he was
10 gets me going.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was an interesting night. That was the night where I was like, oh my God, Mac and Paul want to be my friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in.
Right.
I've made it.
We love doing
We
those
are,
friends.
we are the overlords.
No.
Yeah, you guys are like,
You think so?
you're
What?
good at building bridges for friendship for sure. Because you guys are like, I would say like a key contributor to the social running aspect.
Yeah.
It's like you're in.
Mac's pretty
Aw.
in your face too. Like she'll just like follow
mean?
people. Like I'm kind of weird on Instagram where I'm like, I'm not gonna just go follow like girls and
I don't care.
Yeah,
people
no,
I don't
you're
know.
really inclusive for sure.
Mac will
I
just
just feel
DM
like-
people like, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I
no,
like
I
that. I
appreciated
like
that.
that.
Mac
Yeah,
was
I
like,
do
here's
too.
my number, let's hang out.
Yeah, no, I do too. She does that.
And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I fuck heavy with this girl.
I feel like,
Mhm.
you know, I feel like you got to give everybody a chance once. And then until they
Yeah.
screw it up because they're
Yeah.
mean people or not mean, you know, then it's like,
Innocent until proven guilty.
exactly. And it's like
For
everyone
sure.
deserves something. And it's really fun being able to like connect other people that I know. I'm like, oh, they would get along really well with like this other person
Yeah.
that I randomly met. So it's like, then they can maybe have more friends and then more people.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
got
I
it.
feel like you're definitely very good at that. I feel like a lot of people
Thanks.
are reserved
Mm.
in like building a bridge for friendship. Or I think just as adults, a lot of people are like, oh, I have my friends, I don't need any more.
Yeah.
Thank
So to
you.
have
see
the
that.
different mentality of like everybody can be my friend, it's
Yeah.
kind of like,
There's definitely people that show up to run clubs that
Don't
don't
talk to
talk
anyone.
every single week. They
Yeah.
just don't
Yeah.
talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And that's tough.
Well, I remember feeling that way because when I first went to one of my first run clubs, I didn't know anyone, and I was like, I'm uncomfortable because I was just like praying that someone would pick me to run with because I was like, I don't know anyone, and like
Yeah, same.
I would get stuck talking to like random people where I was like very small talky because like, what do you talk about? I don't really know you, and like I'll never see you again. Don't even remember your name. You probably don't remember mine. And then one day I was like, okay, I'm really sick of not having any friends. So I just like started sitting next to Bree and Emily from Run Club, these two girls, and I was like, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm your friend and like hopefully it sticks. And it did. It worked. Like we became friends, and
Yeah.
then after that I felt like I finally was like, okay, now I feel like I know enough people here.
Carol, did you show up by yourself, like raw dog, to the
Yeah.
run club? Or
I showed up to Village Rec Club alone.
oh, that was your first one?
Mm-hmm.
No. If you
So
oh,
I went
yeah.
to Sweatnet one time.
Oh, okay. Alyssa ran
I met Alyssa,
Yep.
and then she was like, yeah, this is ending.
that. Yep.
Peace out. Posted on my Strava and was like, I was running alone. I was like, Run Club, rest in peace. She sent me a DM and was like, or she
Oh.
commented on my post and was like, I'm starting my own run club in July. You should come.
Oh, nice.
Showed up, and I was alone. I don't know though. I'm not someone who, I guess I do get intimidated by the concept of like a fast group and knowing that I'm a slower runner. But I just showed up all alone, and that's how I met Lindsay.
Boom.
You know, me and Lindsay
was-
run together every single time.
Well, I was telling Mac, I was like, I thought you guys had been friends since like fucking second grade.
And it was like, nah,
I
you're
swear to
wrong.
God.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
you
we
were.
just really,
I
really
know.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out
I met
Lindsay.
her. I was like, we did our little like intro. There was like 10 of us that first week maybe. And I was like, oh, do you want to
Yeah.
run together? And she was like, sure. And I was like, how fast do you run? I'll run whatever pace that you're running. And we were like, oh, like 9:30, 9 minutes. And she was like, yeah, this is perfect. And then we just kept showing up.
You guys got good fast.
Yeah.
Good runners.
I also think her and I are both just like conversationally.
Yeah. You vibe,
Matched.
you click in that way.
Yeah.
I saw she signed up for the GR,
Grand Rapids
the Grand
half.
Rapids half.
Yeah.
Where you at, Carol?
I don't know. I would love to do the half.
You could do it. Kidding me?
I think I'm going to do the 25K.
Let's go. Riverbank?
Yeah.
Let's
go.
let's do it.
I think I'm like actually going to train for it
You
too.
should.
And see if I can run it fast.
Yeah.
That would be the
It's
goal.
fun.
If you
it's
want a
fun race.
pacer, I'd be willing to pace.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would
But
love
I do
that.
not want to race it.
I would love that.
This little.
My goal is to keep running fun, but
Mhm.
also get better at
Yeah.
it.
I think
I've been
that's
trying
fun.
to like increase my
That's healthy.
mileage and slowly do things that make me a little bit faster.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Add in a
Yeah.
little speed here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not very competitive though, so things like competition and stuff
Mm.
really demotivates me.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
Like,
with yourself
I don't wanna,
then?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I just like want to vibe up myself. I don't want to like compare like, oh, this person is running.
It's not. That's
Faster
a
than
slippery
me.
slope.
You can't do that anyway.
Yeah, so
Me and
I
Mac
just
are
like,
guilty of that. It's slippery.
yeah.
Me and you are guilty of that.
I just want to set a goal
Comparing to
and
others.
meet my goal and hope.
Yeah.
But
That's healthy. I like
yeah,
that.
so
You
that
should.
was the
I mean,
vibe.
Strava can be so toxic, where it's like, oh, this person's already at this
Mhm.
point, and
yeah.
I'm not.
I would
Yeah.
love to do a race and my race time be like under 9 minutes a mile.
Okay.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Like an 8:45 would be ideal.
Mm,
I think
For the
that's my
25K?
next goal. Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah,
You
you
just-
can
know,
do it.
but that means I have to start doing speed workouts.
Yeah, for sure. Long
Yeah.
runs with the
Yeah,
progressions. though.
we
Mhm.
got you.
Yeah.
If you ever want to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, if you want a pacer for that, I can pace you for like an 8:50, and then if you want to take off, you can take off.
Take off.
Yeah. I feel like I'm good at having like a negative split for sure. Like starting really
Let's go.
slow
That's
and then
really good.
speeding up at the end.
Let's go. You're
Yeah.
already envisioning this race in May.
It's a popular
So my
race.
work
No,
will
it's
pay,
great.
I know my work is going to pay for it. So I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
That's
yeah,
awesome.
they do it every
Oh.
year. I'm hoping they do it this year. Maybe I just jinxed it. But I hope that they pay for it
Yeah.
and then I can make that my race.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I think I might be like a 1 or 2 a year type of person.
Yeah, that's healthy though.
Yeah,
Good
I
on
feel
your
like
body.
Until
Yeah.
I'm ready to do a marathon.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I would do like Chicago for sure or New York City
Ooh.
with
Both are
with a
good.
charity or something.
I have to sign up
Yeah.
for Chicago by tomorrow if I'm going to do it.
You definitely should.
Get in the lottery.
You
Is
could
the
take a
lottery
risk.
going till tomorrow?
I don't know if I
Everything.
could do.
Yeah, everything is till tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to commit to a marathon.
I don't think so.
No. I think like 20 miles would be the furthest I'd go for fun.
Well, that's all you would do. in training.
26.2 is a little bit. Oh my god, the cat.
Is she biting your feet? Yeah.
We could wrap it up. We're
Yeah, I guess
at
we
about
could.
an hour, right?
Yeah, we're a little over an
Nice.
hour. We're doing
Well,
pretty
the
nice.
internet
How do
just got a
people
really
do like
big
3-hour
glimpse.
podcasts? Holy
I mean, we
hell.
could. You
Dude,
just sit and
I could talk
Yeah, I
for
could talk.
literally.
Keep going.
I could talk for 25 years.
Carol might
Paul-
have to be a regular guest.
Yeah, Paul always tries to kick me off, and I'm like, I want to talk about more.
We'll talk upstairs.
Paul, you just
never
seem like
talk
someone who
upstairs.
is like a when your social battery's done, you Irish goodbye.
He
I
does.
do that.
Like when he's done eating, he like flees the restaurant. I'm like, bro, I'm still in here
It's
finishing.
so funny you say that too because you're right. Why am I like that?
I don't know, but I always think
Paul,
this is so
I feel like
rude.
you are. I could put you on paper.
Put him on
Yeah.
paper right now because I want to hear it because I can confirm.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Well,
You're just saying like my social.
Like,
no,
just
I just
things
like
about
feel
you.
like I could generalize you pretty
Whoa,
well.
Generalize.
I'm not
Like,
unique,
I'm
damn.
gonna guess that you probably grew up like moving around. You probably have.
That's true.
I know you mentioned that you have siblings, so I can't
Mhm.
count that one. But maybe you care a lot about like your holistic wellness.
Yeah.
Like yoga, being vegan,
Mhm.
not drinking booze. You're really easygoing, so I'm assuming you hate confrontation.
Actually, no.
That's-
Kind of.
Well, you used to say I hate confrontation, but now every time I like confront him with something that I'm upset about, he like shuts down. So it's
a
actually
little
kind of
bit.
true.
It's
So
kinda-
you-
Max, I'm scared of Mac though, honestly.
That's a good thing.
You
You
should
should
But other
be.
people, no. I'll just talk. I'm not nice to them sometimes if I
Okay.
have to be.
You
But
seem
you're kind of-
seem like more reserved.
Mm.
Like I feel like it takes a lot for me to get stuff out of you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You haven't asked any good questions.
I don't know what's
Next
appropriate to
time.
pry.
But no, you're
Um,
you're not wrong. I can.
Wait,
be
I want to
reserved.
hear more from her.
Oh yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You definitely would
Interesting.
be an Irish buyer. I feel like you would be someone who is you like being a contributing character, but you don't want to be the main character of the
Mm.
plot. Do you like you would avoid being the center of attention?
I think so for the
Yeah.
most part. I don't mind.
You
it,
seem
though.
more like a helper rather than
the leader.
a leader. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Seems like you would be really good at collaboration.
Yeah,
Collaborating. Like a
I'm-
supporter.
I'm
Like
Maxwell
you would be
Minion.
good at making other people successful. Like you would contribute well to other people's success.
I actually would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to do that.
But I also think that you have a bit of like charisma to you.
Thank you.
Like once you get to know people, like I feel like you have good vibes.
Yeah. Do people get negative energy from me?
I wouldn't say negative,
No.
but I definitely would say reserved.
Okay.
Like when I first met you, I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be like, I have no problem walking up to a person sparking up a weird conversation.
okay.
But I do feel like if I were speaking from when I first met you, if I were to
Mhm.
walk up to you and start talking,
Mhm.
I feel like you would pull back.
I might. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas someone
possible.
like other people in our run club, I could walk up to them and be like, what's your
Mhm.
Enneagram?
Oh, I wouldn't even know.
Tell me
what
about your
that is.
childhood trauma.
I could do that.
Tell me your biggest fear.
I don't know what an Enneagram.
I just recently
do.
found out my Enneagram. I'm
Well,
a 4.
We had a friend. I won't say names. She sent us that test, and I
He
and
couldn't
you.
figure out how to work it.
Well, no, you had to pay for it, and I was like, I'm
you
not
can
paying
get
for
it
it.
for
Oh,
free.
no, there's free ones.
There's free ones.
Send me a free one, Caro.
I will.
'Cause friend.
I would love to know your Enneagram score.
Yeah.
I would love to know Max too. I've taken
it
like
before.
probably 7 or 8 tests.
How many numbers are there?
7.
7.
I think
there's
there's
10.
Wait, no, I think there's 9.
Okay.
There's got to be 9.
I don't know. I'm
Otherwise,
still
like,
like divulging
into it all.
into it.
Okay.
Like I am researching and learning a little bit more about
Are you
them.
big into star signs and things?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna
No.
say, what do you think Paul is?
The hell's like an Aquarius?
Yeah,
I'm
that
a
what that is?
Taurus. I don't
Okay.
know if I encompass a Taurus, but
I don't know much about Tauruses.
No.
I would
are you a
assume they're
Gemini?
stubborn. No, he's not a
Aquarius.
Gemini.
No.
You're not an Aquarius.
Isn't that what that is?
Oh yeah.
Are you a Libra?
I'm a Scorpio.
She's an asparagus.
Gosh darn it. Oh.
No, you,
Paul, I feel like you and I make zero sense. Like I don't
No,
understand.
you guys don't make any sense,
Really?
which is why I love it.
Oh.
You guys vibe so well together, but you have,
Mm.
like, I would never put you two together in a room.
really?
Yeah.
Who could you see Mac more with, like a more outgoing guy?
I could see Mac dating someone like my ex.
Oh,
Really
Like
he seems
charismatic
very
one?
reserved. No,
No.
really.
The recent
No,
one?
Oh,
he
okay.
just like didn't want to be involved in my life.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh, why would you put me with someone like that? I was
No,
already
no,
with
Oh,
no,
someone
no.
like
But
that.
his
Okay.
personality wise, like he was really outgoing.
Oh,
He
okay.
could talk to anybody and like
Mhm.
win anyone over. He was very like charismatic. He was very social. He worked in sales for a little
Mhm.
while, so he was like very salesy.
Mm.
But he was very like had a lot of friends, went out a lot, like life of the party kind of guy,
Mhm.
like the popular boy.
Did he
That's
not love
how-
that you were out there doing your thing with Run Kids?
No.
He didn't.
No.
Whoa.
Not that he was like jealous or anything, but he definitely was like, I struggle a lot with the fact that you are dividing your time between a lot of different things. And he was definitely like, I'm dividing my time between you and the gym, and you're dividing your time between your 10 different friend groups and your run clubs and your job and the dog and everything else.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just someone like, my independence is my most valued thing. The camera is no longer recording.
Oh.
It happened.
I don't know when I did it.
I don't either. I was watching it earlier and it was fine.
I don't know why I noticed that, but
well, sometimes it does that and it's really annoying. That's so funny because what you described is literally how my ex-husband was. Like, life of the party, everybody loved him, very charismatic,
which is so
funny
hard
guy.
though, because when you like are like, oh, here's the flaws of someone that everybody thinks is perfect, it's really hard to get people on your side.
Oh, for sure. But you kind of have to accept that, like, there's no sides at some point, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the people who are going to love you are
I
gonna
could
love
totally
you.
see you with someone like that.
Yeah.
But not to say that that's the right person for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I like initially am attracted to someone who is like a big chase, kind of toxic, likes to keep me guessing. Have a little, like,
Well, I mean, that, you don't get bored that way, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's obviously.
but like that is not the type that I want to marry.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
I could see. I don't know. I think I just would see someone who balances you out. But that's why I think you work so well. You guys balance each other out really, really well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I
I would have thought that you guys were like literally married and dating for 25 years.
Somebody else said that they thought we were together for like 5 years.
Yeah, I can't remember who that
I
was.
don't either, but
A lot of people thought that.
They
My
did,
ex
yeah.
also did not involve himself in the running community at all.
0.
Well, like the run clubs that we were part of. So people did not really know that I was previously, like, other than like obviously at a wedding ring and like would mention him. But other than that, they were kind of like, it wasn't a huge thing.
It was definitely like people were like, oh, you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yeah, I've like almost half a decade.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
And they'd be like, why is he never around? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Ask him.
Yeah. Or people would be like, you just don't seem the type to like have a boyfriend right now. And I'm like,
I kind of would agree with that. But it's weird when...
But that's an independent thing. Like,
if
you have your own independence and you just seem like you're so good on your own, like, there are girls who kind of, not in a bad way, but, and men who scream, like, I have a significant other. Like, we do everything together. Like, I have to be home after, they don't spend their time socializing after run clubs. Like, they're busy a lot of the times. They're not like, they do their thing and get out of there because they have another life and a partner to get to. And I feel like you definitely didn't, like, you were just being independent.
I want to be like myself, a whole as myself, and you are the addition that I like wake up every single day and actively choose for you to be there. I don't want you to be like, you complete me. I'm complete and whole all by myself.
I need you.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want like to actively choose like I choose to have you in my life because you improve it, not because I have some like weird attachment to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's great. Well, thank you for being our guest, and we're gonna have you on again because this is a good conversation. You're a good guest. I was excited. Paul was like, "We should guest on," and I was like, "I think Caro is gonna be a good one to talk to because you hate small talk."
Well, yeah, you were like begging us, I think, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I was like, Paul, you need to put me on the podcast. I need to spill my deep dark secrets to the internet.
We did. We just like scratched the surface. I don't even think we got to the deep dark secrets yet.
Oh no,
We'll make Caro a regular.
For sure.
We have some others on the list, but
I can't wait to listen.
You're gonna have to come back.
Can't wait to hear the goss.
Hot goss.
Yeah. G&T. Gossip and tea.
Gossip and tongue.
More G&T. All right.
More G&T.
Thanks, Caro.
Amen.
Peace.
Bye. Peace.
I hated I said peace.